For most of us, the thought of running a marathon, which for the record is 26.2 miles, is a pretty daunting task.
So you won't believe the accomplishment one La Crosse man is about to achieve. Jennifer Livingston and photographer Travis Cobbs bring us tonight's In Search Of report.
These feet have racked up a lot of miles over the years.
I started running when I moved in with my dad in 6th grade.
Figured he should be going out for some form of physical activity, not just sitting around the house all the time.
In fact, running always came naturally for La Crosse's Rob Smith, who admits that growing up, he wasn't the most athletic of kids.
I wasn't into that much else, not too much into ball sports. Quite frankly, didn't have a lot of coordination. Running is pretty easy that way. You just pick a line and stay vertical.
Smith continued running on and off throughout his teens and 20s. But in the early 90s, this casual activity became somewhat of an obsession.
I remember being on a 18.5-mile run, and that was my longest distance at that point. I remember calling my dad when I got home from that one and said, I ran 18.5 miles, and I was real amazed that I could go that far.
In 1995, Rob completed his very first marathon, 26.2 miles, in 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Not bad. For a first one, it's considered pretty decent. When I got done with the race, instead of being happy for the first 15 minutes, I said, I will never run one of these again. And I couldn't believe anyone would want to put themselves through that kind of pain.
Which makes what I'm about to tell you all the more interesting. Because instead of giving up on marathons, Rob was determined to improve. A few months later, he tried again, and this time
I knocked about 11 minutes off my time.
The next year, he ran in 4 more.
And then it just escalated from there. I think it was 6 and 8.
After every road trip, he will check in with his dad, calls his dad on the way home, reports the time, and I think he's really pleased to share that with his dad.
Race after race after race, Rob's tally kept climbing until one day he decided.
I made this goal to run 100 marathons before I turned 45.
Rob turns 45 next month, and this weekend he will run in race number 100.
To keep doing them and at the level that Rob has been able to do them is to me just amazing.
There's something about inside me that makes me want to hang on to what I have for as long as I can.
You can still catch Rob running with his father, but just recently, another generation has been added to the mix. As Rob completes Marathon 100, his son Mike will be marking Marathon number 1.
Well, I promised him when I was a little kid that I would do it.
So do you have a goal, Mike, of 100?
No, 1.
It's pretty impressive to be able to say you've completed just 1 marathon. But 100? Now that's an amazing feat. In La Crosse, Jennifer Livingston, News Channel 8.
Well, congratulations, Rob, and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going. Let's stay with us. Sports is next.